The janitor everyone underestimated suddenly left the entire office in shock. What really happened? Watch until the end. There's a surprising twist and a life lesson you might have never heard before. And tell us in the comments, what time is it where you are? We'd love to know where you're watching from. In a luxurious office building in the heart of New York City, a black man named Michael arrived earlier than anyone else every morning. He wore a worn-out janitor's uniform, grabbed his mop, and began cleaning the cold marble floors. Every day he walked through long hallways, passing by office spaces filled with employees in crisp suits. Yet no one noticed him. It was as if Michael was just a shadow, unseen and unimportant. The staff often spoke freely around him, as if he couldn't hear a word. During lunch breaks, Michael would sit quietly in the corner, opening his simple packed lunch. Meanwhile, at the next table, employees gossiped about the new CEO who was about to take charge. "I heard the new CEO is insanely wealthy," said a young woman with excitement. "He's a big shot in the business world." "Let's just hope he doesn't fire us," replied a man next to her with a chuckle. Michael simply smiled, eating his lunch without saying a word. But not everyone was just gossiping. Tom, an ambitious young manager, was busy barking orders at his subordinates and at Michael. "Hey, you! Clean the meeting room right now. The new CEO is coming, and I don't want to see a single speck of dust." Tom pointed with a condescending look. Without protest, Michael nodded and went to the meeting room. He mopped the floors, wiped the long tables, and made sure everything was spotless. Some staff members even threw snide comments as he worked. Imagine if the new CEO saw a janitor working this slow. We'd all be in trouble. Michael stayed calm, completing his work until the room sparkled. By 10 a.m., the employees had gathered in the meeting room. Expensive suits, perfect makeup, and ambitious smiles filled the space. Everyone wanted to make a good impression on the new CEO. The door slowly opened. All eyes turned to it. Each second felt like an eternity. But it was only Michael who walked in, still in his simple janitor uniform, moving slowly to the front of the room. A few employees started whispering. Tom's face turned bright red, caught between anger and embarrassment. "What is he doing here?" someone murmured. Suddenly, a professionally dressed woman stood next to Michael. She tapped the microphone, silencing the room. "Good morning, everyone." Her voice was firm. "Allow me to introduce our new CEO, Michael." The room fell completely silent. The mouths that had been whispering now hung open. Judgmental stares transformed into looks of pure shock. Michael stood tall, slowly removing his janitor's cap. His gaze had changed, now filled with authority and confidence. "For the past few weeks, I've been working here as a janitor," he began. "I wanted to see the company culture, not just through reports and numbers, but through everyday interactions." He looked directly at Tom, who now stared at the floor, too ashamed to meet his eyes. "I heard every word, saw every action, and to be honest, I'm disappointed." A few employees began to tremble. The woman who had been gossiping now lowered her head. "I'm not here just to lead," Michael continued, "but to bring real change. Unfortunately, not all of you will be part of that change." Michael then pulled out a list of names. "Tom, you and 3 others will be dismissed effective today, not because of your job performance, but because of how you treat other people." Tom's face turned pale. "But, sir, I didn't know you were the CEO." "That's exactly the problem, Tom," Michael responded calmly. "You should treat everyone with respect, regardless of their status or the uniform they wear." Other employees who weren't fired still received serious warnings. They lost their annual bonuses, and their chances for promotions were put on hold until they showed genuine improvement in their behavior. When the meeting ended, Michael didn't go straight to his office. He stayed there, still in his janitor uniform, grabbed the mop, and started cleaning the room. But this time, everything was different. The employees approached him, offering help, not out of obligation, but with sincerity. In our daily lives, we meet many people, from co-workers and restaurant servers to janitors. It might seem small, but did you know? A simple smile, a kind greeting, or even a small thank you can mean the world to them. This story reminds us to always stay humble and treat everyone with respect, regardless of their status or appearance. True success isn't just measured by how high we climb, but by how we treat others along the way. If this video inspired you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss more inspiring stories. Thank you for watching.